Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between KingRaze and puCK on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Protoss player from Root Gaming. It is puCK. Doo-doo. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player from Team Ascension's professional team. It is KingRaze. So pro level PvT here for you today, featuring puCK, a very popular player, and KingRaze, who's been featured on the channel as well. Should be a good one. Should get some good attention from y'all. Hope you're here, because if you're watching, then you're here. So put your feet up, kick your feet up, and relax, and enjoy the remainder of this Protoss versus Terran. All right, New Gettysburg, Finn, featured a lot on the channel recently. I feel like it's been very popular. I don't think anybody actually has it vetoed. You have these really fun island bases down here that not many people take with these red walls you can't actually fly over. So if you want to defend it, you can actually throw up some spore crawlers, some missile turrets, some cannons here. Although we did see in a previous game, Void Rays can shoot through these walls. So if you put a spore crawler here, the Void Ray can kill it, even it can't necessarily fly over to that location. So I don't know how that works for carriers. Is that a bug? Who knows? Who knows? Barracks finishing up here for KingRaze. I think that's going to be a Reaper based on that rally point, and it is. It is a Reaper. So Reaper's name is Gravedigger. After retiring from monster truck racing, Gravedigger settled down to live a normal life. However, his affinity for driving recklessly caused him to get into so many accidents that as he was driving that the Dominion forced him to pay his debt to society by forcing him to become a Reaper and kill Protoss. Holy smokes. Sorry for your reckless driving there, Gravedigger. That sounds like bad news. Alright, so they put him in a Reaper suit, said go kill Protoss to pay off your debt, and if you die, consider the debt paid. That was a cool action film line from me. Alright, so here he goes. Reaper sneaking on out past the dead Marine. I think that's a Marine that's down there and dead. Sneaking along this little narrow path, coming right up, making a beeline for this natural base. Does puCK have anything to defend against this? There's a Nexus on the way, and there is an Adept coming up, but it's not here yet. Mothership Core not here yet either. And the Reaper, why are you? No. Reaper, you had some time. Okay, Mothership Core just popped, but I think he probably could have got a probe kill. Gravedigger, are you afraid because you're not in your big monster truck? Is that what it is? You're feeling vulnerable and alone? That might be happening, and I can understand that. I might let it pass. KingRaze comes back in, facing his fears, getting shot in the face by a Mothership Core and an Adept, forced to retreat with a total of 14 hit points, and wait for the combat drugs to heal him back up. Natural base down for KingRaze, orbital command coming up as well, double pumping some Marines. Factory coming up, another Marine coming out of this barracks, which is also researching STEM on that tech lab. And double assimilator here from puCK. That's an early quadruple assimilator play from our Protoss player. What does he have in mind? What is he working on? I did forget to mention, there's a link in the bottom to puCK's Twitch stream. I think he streams daily, maybe 5 days a week. He's a pretty good Twitter follow as well, at root_puck, which you can see in my tweet at Falcon Paladin. But regardless, puCK, really fun guy, really consistent as well. Been around for a long time. I'd recommend you give him a follow on the Twitch. Double Stargate. puCK, what you doing, man? What is this double Stargate opening? I mean, nothing but standard stuff here from Raze. He's got barracks, he's got a starport, a factory with a Widowmine, possibly going for Widowmine drops, which are very popular in the TVP matchup. But he's got a bunch of Marines here as well, which is also super normal. Yes, it is going to be it is going to be a medevac out of the starport. Nothing too crazy there. Reactor coming onto the factory for double pumping Widowmines, I suppose. We'll see. And actually, it's going to be a double Oracle opening from puCK into a robotics facility here at 4.5 minutes. Alright, so we're going to see double Oracle play. Are we ready for this is the question. KingRaze might throw this Widowmine in his mineral line in his main and leave the Marines here in the natural. That is the standard play of things. I'm not sure who came up with that idea first, but seems to be the thing. A lot of Marines here, but I'm not sure if that's enough Marines for 2 Oracles. 1 Oracle, yes. Definitely for 1 Oracle, but 2 might be enough to burn through. And more Oracles coming in. Is he going mass Oracle? Is he doing the has thing? Ah! I didn't know this when I started casting this game. Oh, that makes me excited. That makes me very, very excited to think about. All right, so single Widowmine drop here along the north side. Going to try to drop possibly into the natural base of puCK, but there's a probe here accidentally scouting this out because he wants to throw down a third base. And KingRaze drops the Widowmine there instead. Says, haha, I will delay your third base, puCK. There's nothing you can do about this. Not anything about this Widowmine, that's for sure. Oh, 4 oracles, another one on the way. That's 5 total oracles. Can he make another one? How much do they actually cost? 150 gas. He's actually supply blocked. Oh, puCK! Oh no, were you so excited by your oracle play you got supply blocked temporarily there? That's okay. More pylons coming in. No more supply block. No more. And that is actually a fleet beacon. So we're sky tossing it. It looks very much like puCK is firmly committing to the sky toss camp. And there's nothing here from KingRaze that says he knows this is coming. I mean, again, Marine count is fairly high. He does have 22 of them with stim. He's got medevacs there as well. He's working on combat shield, but here come 5 oracles. Widowmine shot. Oh no. Ugh! Killing one of them, damaging another one. 2 oracles die in short order, and the Marines come in to clear them out. That went fairly poorly for the oracles. 5 oracles, a lot more than 3. Yeah, they killed a couple SCVs. They killed a total of 4. But, woo, Widowmine placement, beautiful by KingRaze. Maybe he saw more than I thought he did. Did he? Oh, he did scan the double Stargate. I didn't see he did that. Nicely done. Tempest on the way, a couple Phoenix here as well, plus 1 air weapons coming in from puCK. And he does take the island base. Oh, so puCK takes his third here at the island in the bottom right instead of at the third along the top right. I guess partially because there's a Widowmine there. But the oracles trying to hang out. Oh, puCK might go for his 4th base on the other island expansion, which is very close to KingRaze's base and a very intimidating place to be. I mean, drops are just a hop, skip, and a jump away here. Phoenix trying to fly in. You know there's a Widowmine here. And puCK smartly just patrolling back and forth. Oracles do not even fly over that thing again. Revelation tossed down. The Oracles are too smart to fight a giant group of Marines like that. They will evaporate in about 3.8 seconds. If that long. If 3.8 seconds, as long as they survive. So Tempest, I don't know. I don't know about Tempest in PvT, puCK. There have been novels written about how bad they are. In the comments of previous casts of mine, they hit slow. They don't hit very hard unless they're going against massive flying units. Other Tempests, battle cruisers, and broodlords are pretty much their best case scenarios. Against anything else, they're just bad. So I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Some cannons are coming up here to defend, I guess, against the Marine incursion. A lot of stasis wards being tossed down by puCK. I like this. Can he see? Oh, baits him in. Oh, beautiful bait. Wonderful bait. Baiting the Marines forward into that stasis ward, taking out basically a page full of them. The remaining Marines, not a huge number. I almost feel like the Oracles could clear out the remainder of these Marines. There are only 7 of them, but they decide not to, and the stasis ward wears off. KingRaze wipes his brow and thanks his lucky stars on that one. Double pumping Vikings. Good answer by Raze. Sky Toss is dealt with very well by Vikings, especially these Tempest. Especially these Tempest. Whew. Okay. Alright. What else is our Terran player working on? He's got a 3rd base up along the left side. Traditional 3rd base location. Making additional starports. Good job. Good reaction to what's happening here from our Protoss player. Stasis Ward catching a couple more Marines. Trying to bait another great stasis catch there by puCK, and a revelation thrown down. Turn around and finish these guys off, dude. Maybe they don't have enough energy for a pulsar beam. One of them does. One does, maybe not all 3. Additional Marines coming in here. Marine count 39. 39 Marines versus 5 Tempest and 2 Phoenix and 8 Adepts. Worker count 60 to 62. Nobody really has a big lead on this one. Marauder Marines sneaking along this little skinny narrow road up to maybe rally with their friends. Maybe they want to attack the front by themselves. It seems like, yeah, okay, they're rallying. They're rallying with their friends. Just a weird rally path that they took. Observer scouts that one out. And yeah, puCK now has 4 bases by taking the 2 islands along the bottom, which is just, it's weird. It's weird is what it is, but if it works for him, then who am I to complain? Another revelation toss, another good revelation toss down on these Marines. They don't like being spied on, but sometimes they don't really have a choice. Oh, Observer gets taken down. That was outside the range. Watch. Comes in, revelation toss down. Scan and Observer. It was outside the scan circle. Oh, that's so mean. So mean. Fourth base taken up along this left side by KingRaze. It's 160 to 148 total supply. KingRaze has the lead, working on +1 air weapons, getting another armory for +1 vehicle and air armor. And continuing to make Tempest is puCK. He's got just double pumping them, working on a Templar Archives, possibly for Storm, throwing down yet another Stasis Ward, just keeping Revelation on these KingRaze's biological units. I don't know. There we go. Triggering it with one Marine. Stasis Ward is effectively useless at that point. And Tempest firing from long distance, really baiting KingRaze to come up that ramp. He decides not to. And he retreats instead. Does not stim unnecessarily. Does not get out of there. Ghosts on the way for KingRaze. I love that. +2/+2 for his Ghosts and his Marines and his Marauders. All his biological units. And a 6th base on the way for KingRaze. Recognizing that puCK is playing turtly. The answer is, you just expand. You keep expanding like a crazy person. Make a whole ton of starports and just make a hajillion Vikings to get rid of the Tempest. And then pretty much anything else will work against the rest of that ground army. I think. I mean, you have to worry about Storm, as I think, yep, Storm is being researched. Psionic Storm there by puCK. But carrier production has begun. One carrier on the way for puCK. I don't know that carriers have the same reputation that Colossus do, although we have seen Colossus wins recently on the channel. It's not as bad as mech. We don't like mech on the channel either. But carriers, I don't know. They're pretty bad at this level. They're pretty bad. There's a reason you don't often see them in professional tournaments, and the answer is they're just not super effective. +2/+2 now wrapping up from KingRaze. More carriers on the way. +2 air armor on the way for puCK as well. And there's that +1 vehicle and ship plating. And just quadruple pumping Vikings right now. So neither player is super interested in attacking. Both players effectively maxed out, about 180 supply each. Still continuing to make units. Make attacking units. Robotics Bay. Just kidding. Robotics Bay on the way, not a facility. So I'm not sure what puCK's planning on doing with that. Disruptors maybe. But Vikings looking great. Soon to be +1/+1 Vikings. Even greater. Getting personal cloaking for the Ghosts. 6th base up and running for Raze. He does not have the refineries on that final 6th base yet, but I think he'll get there eventually. He's a little bit low on gas income. So both players maxed out. And here we come. Raze making a push with his Vikings. The Vikings get out of there. Vikings Storm on top of the Vikings, killing a couple of them. Great Storm play. The Storm finishing just in time. Trying to push up into the natural as KingRaze, but not enough bio to be super effective here in a 7th base on the way for KingRaze. puCK has taken his 5th up along this right side, so it's going to be 5 to 7 bases. KingRaze has a nice lead here. Carriers on the way for puCK. He's just augmenting the rest of his army supply with carrier. He'll have 3 of them when all is said and done. And getting Graviton Catapult for the quicker release of those interceptors. Vikings taking down a couple of the Oracles, trying to throw down Stasis Wards, but they died before they could complete that. So no go. No go. And that actually frees up some supply for more carriers. So puCK says, if at first you don't succeed, carrier. Adept kills a Marine right in front of this army, and they finally figure out what's going on. Storm being thrown down by puCK, killing a Viking. The Ghosts really want to EMP everything. There is the cloak, and here is the EMP. EMP on the Tempests, and here he comes. Here comes KingRaze, recognizing Storm is not going to be a threat anymore. Here he is. Carriers are out, though. Vikings don't get distracted. There we go. Focus firing now. Trying to take out the Tempest, trying to take out carriers. Carriers dying so fast. Look how quickly they die. Another one falls. These Vikings are dangerous. Extra damage versus armored. A good Storm comes out. Some Tempest regains some of their health, but Raze pushing on in. Storm again on all these units. Storm on the Vikings as well, and puCK manages to hold that off. Raze decides not to push his luck any further there, but puCK lost a bunch of carriers. He lost 2. He lost 2 of them, making 3 more. He's got 1 already out. And 7th base has been established by KingRaze. 70 to 67 harvesters, 177 to 170 total supply. And 14 Vikings have already died. That's a surprisingly large number of dead Vikings. He has 15, but I bet he wishes that he had 30. However, he does not. He does not have 30. He's making do with what he has. He's working on a +3 air attack and +3 ship and vehicle plating. +2 ship and vehicle plating. I apologize. High-sec auto tracking on the way for KingRaze, because sure, increasing the range of your missile turrets and planetary fortresses is always a good idea. Trying to sneak this gold base as well. KingRaze is expanding extraordinarily well. Just super levels of expanding here. Warp Prism shenanigans by puCK here. Some special tactic, as White Raw would say. Trying to sneak on in. That +3 air weapons, I don't see that very much. I really don't. Adepts trying to sneak into this 3rd base, and no one really opposes them, so they finish. They finish the transfer, killing as many SCVs as they can, and actually doing a fantastic job of it. 9. How many more SCVs will die? We're at 11, and they managed to retreat. Did the Warp Prism pick them up, or did they die? I was counting SCV deaths. Are they alive? Nope. No, I guess not. Additional starports coming up for KingRaze, recognizing the very heavy sky toss play that puCK is working on. That's a disruptor, though. That is a disruptor coming out of that robotics facility now that the robotics bay is complete. And there's a bit of a lull. Both players just kind of hanging out. Getting Terran building armor, getting air weapons level 3, getting air and vehicle plating level 3 at the same time. KingRaze doing everything right here, I think. And puCK taking a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th base along this middle side. Good scan, seeing exactly what's going on here, seeing the cannons, which aren't really a problem at all. And just coming right forward, attacking right into these cannons. Disruptor on the right side, basically unnoticed, but puCK's not using it. And Tempest spread, doing a lot of work here. So let's see, with +3 attack, they do 39 damage. Weapon speed 2.36. It's just a slow weapon speed. I wish they showed us DPS numbers, because they've got it, right? They've got it here. They just don't actually calculate it for us. Nuke on the way from KingRaze. Holy smokes, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be incredible. All right, so attempted drop here by Raze. Did he find this base finally? Did he finally? No, he knew about the base in this bottom left here on the island since it was under construction. That's interesting. He didn't do anything about it. Trying to fly in and drop some stuff, and here we go. There's the drop. Medevac gets killed by cannons very quickly, but there is nothing here to stop this from getting absolutely ravaged. KingRaze, great choice here. There is the recall, though. Carrier gets killed just as it warps in. Another carrier probably going to die here. Marine count not super high, but actually managing to clear that out. Nice job by puCK. Almost lost another carrier, but not quite. All that's left here is Marauders. Can they take down the Nexus? They can. Wow, nice job, Marauders. +3 Marauders. Do not mess around. And Nexus gone, immediately replanted by puCK. Too good. Too good to let that Nexus not be replanted immediately. Great choice on his part. Vikings flying around here by KingRaze. Gold base up and running for KingRaze. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases from KingRaze. And a total of 6 from puCK. A recall to his newly constructed 6th base. A lot of cannons here as well. Both players, this is the most turtling I've seen, I think, in a long time from anybody. But especially exemplified here by puCK. So he's continuing to make Tempests. He's working on Oracles. He's working on only +1 air armor for puCK. I thought he was at least a +1, but he's not. He worked on attack only, which is fine, I suppose, unless Vikings are smashing you really hard. There are 22 Vikings, 8 Liberators, 21 Ghosts, and a nuke. Nuclear launch detected on this 6th base from the little narrow road here. What great placement by KingRaze. I don't think more nukes coming in. Nuclear launch on the 6th. Boom. Lot of dead probes. 2 separate nukes inside the main. Getting Revelation thrown down on them. Can they get the nukes off the carriers? Or gonna try to... Oh, they get cancels on one of them, but no, not the other one. And the nuke explodes. Beautiful job here by KingRaze. I love it. Does he have another nuke available? He does not, but he's making 3. He's making 3 at a time. Ugh. But that ghost got detected and murdered. So bad news bears. There. KingRaze is going to try to break this. He is tired of the stalemate here at 19 minutes into the game. Very, very tired of the stalemate. Vikings, Ghosts, Liberators, Dark Templar on the way from puCK. I mean, normally I'd say a 10 worker lead by KingRaze on puCK would be a big deal, but it's just at this point it basically means that puCK is able to get a bigger army than KingRaze is, so maybe not a problem for our Protoss player at all. Zelnaga Watchtower is held temporarily. Disruptor comes in, gets an explosion off, kills 4 ghosts. Kills 4 ghosts before the Disruptor is murdered here. Here's a big battle. Vikings, again, getting stormed out of their minds. Trying to get in here. Trying to throw some EMPs down on those Archons, if they can. And the Vikings desperately trying to clear out the carriers, but they can't quite do it. Nicely done. EMP on top of the Archon. One of them dies really fast. Another sneaky explosion there out of the Disruptor. The Purification Nova, rather. And KingRaze decides to back on off. Attempted 8th base is canceled by KingRaze along this top right side. This is puCK's side of the map, man. You can't expand onto puCK's side of the map and expect to get away with it. 6 Vikings on the way at the same time from Raze. Missile turrets being tossed on up, trying desperately to protect his gold base that puCK knows about just barely, and here he comes. Archon leading the charge. Zelnaga Watchtower being held. The Liberators trying to do stuff. Ghosts, where are they going? Oh, they're desperately trying to EMP, but they're getting Nova'd. They're getting stormed right in the face. Tempest not part of this battle, which is where they want to be. Vikings getting rid of the Tempests so hard. Templar, I said, rather, not part of this battle, which is where they want to be. Single Templar does manage to throw a single storm down, but dies for his trouble. And actually backing off. Here's KingRaze. I think he had that. He had that battle. I really think he did. There were just a handful of Tempests here, and that Viking count is still very scary at 24. Fully upgraded Vikings are nothing to dismiss out of hand. 17 damage versus armored times 2 is 34. Weapon speed 1.43, range of 9. Just such a good unit for the anti-air. It's fantastic here. Missile turrets getting rid of oracles before they can get Revelation tossed down and explode. Single DT gets killed as well. Walks in range of that missile turret. And carriers attacking the main base of KingRaze. And there's nothing here to defend against this. A couple missile turrets, but again, static defense loses their effectiveness so fast in the late game because they don't benefit from upgrades, except with the exception of cannons and other Protoss structures benefiting from this plasma shields upgrade that puCK has not bothered with. So main base in a little bit of trouble here. Carriers using the release interceptors ability. Ghosts trying to take down that War Prism, but that's not going to happen. Their DPS is not quite enough to get through those shields. And Vikings show up to clear out the interceptors just about the same time that they explode. Disruptors using Purification Nova to knock down some missile turrets, which seems like a pretty good idea, as their attack does work against buildings as well. And once again, both players just taking a bit of a breather, I guess. I mean, another release interceptors thing here against the Vikings. Not working super well, I'd say. Again, they're not really free units. They do cost minerals to remake. So every interceptor that dies is kind of a big deal at this point. 105 interceptors have died so far in this game, actually. It's a bigger number than I expected. The Sky Toss army taking the North Zelnaga Watchtower again. DT's coming into this gold mineral line, but I think KingRaze has pretty much gotten all of the minerals he wants out of this. Doesn't even bother pulling his SCVs, sacrificing them to the Protoss God of Death. And here he comes, once again, another attack at this North Zelnaga Watchtower. And storms on the Vikings once more, not even getting out of there. Vikings, bad dodge. Bad dodge, Vikings. Purification Nova's coming on in. We do hear some ghosts dying as well. Nice Nova. Big hit on those ghosts. Another great storm on the Vikings, on the Liberators. Tempest just continuing to snipe away from long distance. Not doing a ton of damage, but it adds up. It adds up over time. It's 161 to 134 total supply. puCK has a slight lead on his opponent. And KingRaze actually kept his north base. He actually kept that gold. He's muling it right now. Oh, wait. No, no, no. The Protoss army found it. The Protoss army finally came back to take this thing down. The DTs couldn't get it done, but the Skytoss, Immortal, Templar, Adept army can. There it goes. Finally explodes. Another release interceptors play here at the natural base. There are ghosts on the ground, though, doing extra damage versus these light units and clearing them out at a pretty decent rate, I would say, especially considering they have cloak up. So KingRaze has a bit of a lead here. Another nuke attempt. Nuke attempt here on the 6th base. Pulling his probes this time is puCK. He's ready for it. He is ready for it, but the nuke's going to hit anyway. And does kill a couple probes that didn't get the memo to evacuate. So 29 probes have been killed. 29 SCVs have died as well. Another nuke attempt right here. That cannon might be in range. There's a cannon pylon here on this middle road. And nope, the oracles clear him out. No, the nuke lands! Oh, the nuke lands just as he died. Did he get to see the fruits of his labor? I don't know. Smoking crater there. Ah, that was pretty good. That was a good move there. More and more nukes coming in. Raze, are we just going to mine this map out? Is that what we're trying to do? There are 2 bases that haven't been touched. Top right, both of the top right bases have not been hit by anyone. puCK has not tried to expand there. KingRaze tried once and got shut down fairly quickly, which seems like bad news. Oracles continuing to throw down revelations on everything they can find. They were instrumental in killing that ghost that attempted the last nuke. There is a DT and an observer here waiting for another ghost to come down this middle road. To the bottom road, rather. Here we go again. Big old attack. Purification Nova's on the ground, not hitting much of anything. Vikings taking out one Tempest very quickly. Getting rid of an Oracle as well. Scan, recognizing what they're seeing. Another good Storm. Liberator's just flying right into it. I feel like KingRaze might just want to go right now. He is. He's going for this thing. Nova gets a nice hit, but Disruptor dies, sacrificing itself for it. More storms. KingRaze does not care. He is pushing through, taking out Tempest. Disruptor's still alive, and actually KingRaze backing out. Why? No, 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 no. You had it. I know I said that before, but I feel like he had it. He does have some SCVs. 2 SCVs down here throwing down repairs on this largely mech army, which is a great decision. I'm definitely a fan of that one. And KingRaze continuing to make Vikings and puCK. I mean, doing skirmishes here and there, kind of attacking the main base, but not really in the long run. And scans continuing. More release interceptors. Or is this a straight-up attack? This might be a straight-up attack, actually. Wouldn't mind with 14 kills. There's the recall. Carriers recalling somewhere. Ah, up here. To the 7th base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th base up here. And an 8th base for puCK in the top rightish. One of those bases that KingRaze tried to take earlier and couldn't quite pull it off. Stalkers moving in. What is that skin? And why didn't I see it before? Did he have this earlier? Is that like a Blink Stalker skin? Nazrazim or something? That's awesome. That is beautiful stuff. Anyway, EMP tossed down, blinked away though. puCK managed to dodge that one very, very easily. Okay, we can do this. 28 minutes in. It is late. And Purification Nova taking out a missile turret. Or at least it's burning down. It should die, assuming the SCVs don't repair it, because they have other things to repair, including all of these Liberators and all these Vikings, many of them, which are severely hurt. There goes the missile turret. Almost repaired it in time, but just constructing a different missile turret instead. A replacement missile turret, if you will. Archons, Stalkers, Disruptors, Immortals, Sentries here. Lot of... There we go. Taking out that Disruptor before the Nova can hit. Actually, just dodging the Purification Nova entirely. A lot of Defender Mode circles being thrown down here. And is the Air Army from puCK gone? Where are you, Air Army? You have 4 carriers left. They're sitting here, not doing anything. Really letting the Stalkers kind of do it on their own. I don't know that Stalkers are a great endgame unit against Terran. I really don't, but he is severely outnumbered when it comes to that Viking count. So maybe he feels like he can't keep up in the arms race. Which is a sad thing to have to admit to yourself, but sometimes it is true. Ghosts have 2 nukes available when there's another one coming in. So we'll see if they're going to do... Yep, here comes another one. Nuke getting tossed down on all these cannons at the 6th base. I don't know that puCK has any idea where it's going to be. Stimming forward, free disruptor, slowing it with a concussive shell and taking it down before it can Nova anything whatsoever. Nuke. Wow, nice nuke. Ghost has 10 kills. He is a sergeant. Definitely a sergeant. Another big battle here. EMP is getting tossed on down. Defender circles everywhere. puCK in full retreat. Observers dying. Great storm. Great storm. That is the important thing that puCK is doing here, is continuing that great storm play. 40 to 54 harvesters. puCK is now in the lead when it comes to workers. And what I said before equally applies here, where this just means Raze has a bigger army. So coming in to take out puCK's 7th or 8th base, I don't know what it is. It's gone anyway. Nexus out. Another big attack here. Stalkers trying to get rid of all the Liberators that they possibly can. Another nuke attempt up here on the top right on puCK's attempt at yet another base. But no, KingRaze still alive somehow. And nuke. Cannon does not take out the Ghost, but the nuke takes out the cannon. And get out of there, Ghost. Run. Can he get out of this? He does. He's got 6 kills and he alive. He is alive, but so is the Nexus. So is this Nexus on the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th base by puCK. And yeah, we might see this map mined out, which I did not think I would ever see. Advanced ballistics finally being researched by KingRaze. He's got Liberators. So yeah, it makes sense to increase the range of their defender mode circle. 2 nukes on the way. The Ghosts do have 1 available, but it seems like KingRaze does not want to throw down a nuke quite yet. Stalker's taking down a Liberator and an SCV, and then blinking back on out, just slowly trying to bleed his opponent dry. Nobody seems to really want to be too aggressive here. DT sneaking in to one of Raze's bases here. I think it's his 7th. This bottom left side, killing a lot of SCVs, actually, before the Marauder murders him. 4 kills. And steady targeting with the nice snipe from distance on that Ghost. Beautiful use of steady targeting. Defender mode circles here, just slowly sneaking up to the 7th base of puCK. Slowly creeping forward. The Vikings really haven't done much of anything. If the carriers show up, I think the Vikings will engage. Purification Nova comes in. Oh, KingRaze walked right into that one. Manages to dodge the second one, but that was a nice hit. That was a great hit. puCK's using disruptors in this PvT. Another attempted Ghost, but scan and DDT, or scan and DT, good combination to take Ghosts out. Continued scans. How are we looking on mining out ability here? I mean, I do see... I mean, KingRaze does have a few bases remaining here that look okay. Carriers coming in. Storm again on this biofeedback being used. Is that feedback on a Ghost? Vikings. Ooh, carrier too close. Oh, too close. That is pretty much the consistent thing, is that if carriers wander too close to the Vikings, they die instantly. Bam, another one gone. Tempest, trying to get revenge, decides not to try and get revenge. Stalkers walking into the circles and deciding not to walk into the circles. Deciding that's not going to happen. Man, that skin is amazing. That is so cool. I mean, that is something that StarCraft or Blizzard announced as additional skins and texture packs we can get for our units, but those are, I mean, those are awesome looking Stalkers. Just amazing stuff. For sure. Double nuke on the front lines. On the front lines of puCK. Ghosts getting target fired by the Stalkers, though. No nukes for you. Purification Nova whiffs as well. Liberator almost takes down that Disruptor. 4 hit points remaining. Another nuke being thrown down. Liberators throwing up defender mode circles even closer to what we're seeing here. Purification Nova cannot get that Ghost. I don't think the nuke's going to hit much of anything. And there it goes. Yeah, kind of weakens a pylon there, but doesn't really do much of anything whatsoever. Some Zealots and some Adepts attacking here at the natural base. Going after Tech Labs on Barracks, going after missile turrets. A Liberator shows up to shut this thing down fairly quickly. Ghost picking off probes to the 8th base from the high ground. Nova does get a single hit off there. Another Nova misses. Another Nova hits. Big hit on that Nova. Holy smokes. Well done indeed. And again, Stalker Concave, better than you would expect. Blinking forward. puCK's going for it. He manages to take down several Liberators there before he's forced to retreat. Carriers and releasing interceptors to murder everything they possibly can. For the force to get out of there. Vikings chase him down. One carrier dies in payment for the release. Interceptor sins. Oracle trying to throw down a revelation or possibly just die. Doesn't die, surprisingly. Getting chased by a single Viking, but that's a lot less scary than being chased by several Vikings. There's the revelation. And still alive. 9th base by puCK. That's a 9th. This entire right side has been taken by him, including the island bases. I mean, this is just coming down to a war of attrition. I don't even know what to say at this point. I don't know if the Stalkers are a great choice by puCK, but he's making them work. He's killed a lot of Liberators so far in this game. 25 Liberators have been killed, 62 Vikings, 21 Tempest, 8 Carriers, 40 Stalkers, 65 Ghosts. Whew, that's a large number of Ghosts. That's a lot of gas lost here. Both players spending their money fairly well, but maybe because they're mostly starved out at this point. It's 30 to 49 Harvesters. Nova, big Nova hit on that that Disruptor. What you got? 6 kills on that Disruptor. Way to go. Way to go, friend. Blinking in again, taking out yet another Liberator and another Liberator. Nova comes in, gets a nice hit. Stalker standing in. Great blinks by puCK. Just beautiful blinks. And yet more and more Liberators are falling. 29 have been killed so far. Let's make that 30. 31. 32. Vikings are landing. That's not a good sign. Vikings landing is a sign of desperation from the Terran player. Marines, Marauders coming on in. Remember what I said about Stalkers not being a great choice? It's puCK, man. It is puCK. He can do whatever he wants, apparently. Blinking on in here. SCVs forced to fight for their lives as well. Purification Nova taking out Marines, taking out missile turrets. Liberators getting focused down. Nova's on top of everything that is on the ground here for the Terran army. Liberators trying to set up more defensive circles. Just blinking around them, though, is puCK. Trying to repair Liberators on the fly. Not going to happen. 34 Liberators have died so far. Finally, the Stalker groups are murdered there, though. Another warping of Stalkers. Another warping of Stalkers. More Templar. And here we go. Another Liberator dead. KingRaze, get your Liberators out of there, man. No! He doesn't do it. Stalker. Disruptor. Leading the day here. Missile turrets are exploding. And a full retreat here by KingRaze. So he has a lot of Vikings, but there's really not much for him to attack anymore with them. There are 2 Tempest and a Carrier. So maybe he needs to sacrifice the Vikings and make a more traditional ground army to deal with these units. Stalkers coming into the secret gold base, which is entirely mined out, except for gas, which is almost mined out. More SCVs getting murdered. Only 16 remaining. Let's make that around 14, how about? 14 to 53 Harvesters. puCK has a nice lead right now. Blinking back down. Nova being thrown on toward this left side, recognizing that KingRaze is coming for him. And puCK pulls back to his 7th base once again, where he has spent what feels like the last 20 minutes. Nuke attempt on puCK's 9th base, here on the top and the right. Bit of a poke here by KingRaze, just trying to make sure that puCK is too busy to hunt it down. Good job pulling the probes, though. Great job pulling the probes. Only one died. Only one of them died there. And Ghost perhaps going to throw down yet another nuke. There are cannons down there, though. Look out, cannons! Whew. Okay, does manage to escape. Oh, gets a hit from a Templar anyway. Is there an observer here somewhere? Oh, he ran out. Oh, ran out of cloak. 2 more nukes coming in. Still making Vikings is KingRaze. I'm not sure why that is. Yet another stasis ward by puCK. Purification Nova comes in, catches a Marauder. Not the most cost-efficient Nova I've ever seen in my entire life. Great stasis, though. Another good Nova. Good splits by KingRaze, but not quite good enough. Nova killing a lot of this stuff. Stalkers coming in as well. Waiting for that stasis ward to wear off. Picking off a medevac at the distance. 151 to 119 total supply. Blinking forward. Stalkers aggressive against these Marines and these Marauders when they greatly outnumber their opponent. Medevacs getting exploded here as well. And can they pick the last one off? They can. Storms on top of everything that is here. And all the bio getting evaporated. More Marines coming in, trying to pick off these Disruptors from a distance, but it's not going to work out too well. Manor Mules tossed down, and that's it. GG. GG from KingRaze. KingRaze is defeated, and puCK is victorious. I don't even know what to say. puCK won that thing basically going Disruptor Stalker for the last 15 minutes of the match. Yes, he had disruptors. He had a total of 1. He was making another one. He lost 16 disruptors in that game. That's a lot of dead disruptor. Terran player 36, Liberator 63, Vikings. A Reaper, 1 Reaper, named Gravedigger. That seemed like so long ago. 68 Ghosts, 2 bases, 2 Nexuses lost as well. I mean, pretty even down the line here. Pretty even match, I would say. Resources lost. Let's add these in my head. 73,000 lost for KingRaze and about 62,000 lost for puCK. So much more cost efficient over the course of the entire game. Both players getting their upgrades, doing what they can to make those things work. Archons weren't huge plays. Liberators getting picked off by Stalkers left and right there. Disruptors getting some nice hits sometimes and not nice hits other times. And finally, KingRaze was forced to tap out. So well done to the Protoss player. puCK here, wonderful display. Weird strategy, but it worked out. So many cannons too. How many cannons did he have? 47 cannons built. Well, not built, that he has right now, and he lost 18 of them. So, I mean, 60-something cannons throughout this game. That's crazy talk. But it worked. I mean, it's not crazy if it works, right? Okay, so that's it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govan, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, Kayan, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Carlo, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Kale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Matt Hadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.